welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have a crystal ball reading. And today's topic is going to be, how do men see you? How do men feel when they look at you? So we have three piles again, and we don't have any flashy options. So go down to the description box below. It will have the timestamp for your pile. So just take a minute, see what pile is being called to you, and that is your reading. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you really like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. And definitely subscribe. I look at my analytics every month, and I'm just getting thousands of views. And the subscribers are barely like 100. So please subscribe. I know a lot of y'all are watching like rats taking notes, but not subscribing. So don't be a rat. Subscribe. I'll see you guys in your video. Thank you. Hello, if you chose pile number 1, this is your crystal ball reading on how do men see you. So just give me a minute and I'll get to channel. So pile number 1, what I'm getting right away is men definitely turn around and look at you. I'm seeing that meme where the guy is walking with one girl, but he's turning around to look at the other girl. So men definitely love to stare at you firstly. And that also tells me that you are very classically beautiful. So I would say you definitely fit the standard of beauty in whichever country you are, I would say. And it's not just that. I think you do have a very magical aura. I am sensing very witchy energy. So men sense a sense of danger with you, and men often see you as like this alluring temptress that they cannot really have. So I would say you trigger a lot of men. Pile number 1, you definitely trigger a lot of men, and I think because of this, they might even sort of demean you. They would maybe say mean things about you just to feel okay about their own little fragile egos. So you definitely have a very polarizing effect on men. And like I said, men with smaller egos that are definitely felt a lot of y'all have dealt with, they will try to bring you down. They will try to sort of justify that they're better off without you, when in truth, you are the best they could probably ever have. And you definitely have a lot of mystery towards you, especially to all the new people in your life. And if you don't already have new people in your life, I do sense new people will be coming into your life very, very soon. So definitely expect that. Definitely look out for that, I would say. And it might not be how you think. So just be open to the opportunity. And I think you will be just placed at the exact time with your tribe, I would say, your soul tribe over here, definitely. And with that, I also feel that you're very alone right now. So men definitely see that you are sort of an anomaly. You are sort of like this lone wolf who doesn't mind when things get difficult. And I think this also scares a lot of men because, let's face it, most men are runners, right? So you definitely have, I would say any guy that sort of, or any man that sort of comes across you, they will never forget you. You definitely have a very strong imprint that you leave on people. And I don't just think it is something superficial. I think it's much deeper. I think you're supposed to sort of activate people's DNAs in a way where you're helping them see beyond the ignorance. So, and I definitely feel this hasn't been the most fun thing for you, and you would rather just have somebody to love. But I think what you also need to do is you need to look at the broader perspective over here, and look at the patterns, and really notice what is actually happening. Because I do think you're psychic enough to understand what I'm saying over here, pile number 1. And men definitely might even see you as extremely psychic, and men feel they cannot run the same game on you. Men know they have to come correct when it comes to you. So I definitely sense maybe an ex or two, or like a weird situationship that you had in the past over here. But even if they're talking nonsense about you, it's not going to really, no one really believes them anymore, because I think you're sort of proven yourself and you are in your own lane. And a lot of men that do want to approach you, they feel they're not good enough to sort of step it up and sort of meet you where you are, because people can see, men can see that you're very, very focused. You're not just going to accommodate just anyone into what you're doing, because you have plans of your own. And honestly, I think men enjoy this sort of ambitious nature that you have, or men can definitely sense this if they don't really know you. But there's definitely a lot of attraction over here. And there's not just attraction, I do think there's also a lot of misguided attraction men have towards you, where they don't know how to channel that energy, so they would again rather sort of crucify you. And again, it's just their projection. It's not who you are. Because I do see you are sort of in your own bubble. You have created your own sort of a world where you are thriving, where you are the empress. You do have your kingdom, and you're nurturing every plant perfectly to its requirements. So I think most men know not to waste their time with you, because they know the usual tricks are not going to work on you, and you're not going to put everything aside for them. And I think this irks men a lot. I wouldn't just say irk, I think it really irritates them to their core. But in a way, it's sort of a divine defense mechanism you have over here, pile number one. So please understand. So please understand that this is a defense mechanism. So please understand that this is a divine defense mechanism you truly have, pile number one, and it is protecting you. So even if there are people around you who are trying to sort of paint the wrong picture of you, or who are trying to affect what you're trying to do over here, they're not going to be successful in it. So you don't have to give it any power. You don't have to acknowledge their acts. Pile number one. And we'll take that as confirmation. So, and I do feel you do have some stalkers over here. So again, nothing to worry, because you're very, very protected. And I'm feeling very thirsty, even though I just had my tea. So a lot of men are definitely thirsting after you, pile number one. We'll just keep it to that. And I think the thing with men is also the fact that when something really seems impossible to have due to whatever circumstance, it sort of becomes a taboo. And we know how men can get very indulgent. So there's definitely that energy here as well. But I don't really want to acknowledge it any more than I already did. So I think my advice to you would be to not settle. To really not settle, because I don't think the right suitor for you is still in your life, and I would rather you not pollute your energy by mingling with someone at a low frequency. So if you must be in your Queen of Swords energy, I'm sure if this was a tarot reading, we would have Queen of Swords. So if you must be in your Queen of Swords energy, you must, right? Pile number one. So you definitely give off very lioness energy. And what we know about lionesses is they run the pride. It's not the lions who run the pride. And even when the cubs, they get old enough, the lioness kicks them out. So you do have this no nonsense, zero tolerance policy, but it's because you have this policy, that's why you are where you are, pile number one. And not a lot of people can do what you do, because again, lions are the king of the jungle, but the queen is always stronger than the king, right? So even in chess, so understand that. Understand the power you hold, and just wait for the right person. I think you have a lot more to look forward to. And I get it. We all want romantic love, but understand that there will be a time for it. So maybe right now there are other things that you have to do. Maybe there are certain skills you have to perfect. Maybe there are new skills you have to learn. So I do feel you have a lot to really look forward to over here, pile number one. And men can definitely sense that you're going places. So again, men with small egos, that's definitely something you should try to avoid because they will make your life hell, pile number one. That's what I'm seeing. And I think you've had your own fair share of that. So, well, so again, coming back to what I was saying, don't just settle for anything or anyone because you need to constantly raise your frequency. And if you have to be this beautiful star in the dark night sky far away, then be that. Keep shining. And know that you do have unlimited reserves. And if you feel tired, just give yourself some time and then get back to whatever you need to do. Because I do see you have places to be, and I see you're going to be reaching them. And yeah, I'm seeing Queen of Pentacles now, so men definitely see you as wifey material, but they just feel that they're not ready to be the husband. So a lot of man children over here, I guess. Yeah. I'm seeing silver, so again, there's an emphasis on your intuition. So really, really listen to your intuition, and whether you're a full-blown tarot reader or not, it's very important that everyone truly learns to listen to their intuition because when nothing is going to help you, your intuition is going to help you. Trust me. So really pay attention to your intuitive nudges. And your true intuitive nudges are those that come right away, and it's sort of the first thought. The second thought is the doubt. So the very first microsecond of you having the thought, that is your intuition. And what happens after 60 seconds is you sort of formulate your own doubts about it. So learn to distinguish that, and I think that will sort of be your key to success. So men definitely see you as beautiful, successful, and you're only going to get more successful. And there's something very unreachable about you as well. And like I said, there's this feeling of you being a star in the sky. So men definitely also see you as the star. So keep shining. Yeah. And that's all I'm seeing. So again, it's a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, if you chose file number 2, this is your crystal ball reading on how do men see you. So just give me a minute and I'll get to channeling. Okay, file number 2. So how do men see you? You're definitely a lot of men's crush. Men do see you in this very sort of bubbly, holier than thou, extremely feminine, extremely beautiful, extremely also fiery. Look at the fire going crazy. So men definitely feel you're extremely hot, and I'm hearing petite. So you could be very petite looking, very, very femme looking. And I do think you have very soft features. Or even if you have sharp features, it's sort of balanced in a very soft way. So you naturally ooze this very, very Venus and Taurus, Venus and Libra, Venus and Pisces energy. And I do think you could have any of those placements over here, and that does add to your allure and to your magic and to your presence. And I do think a lot of men see you as healing, even if they don't understand that. Men do feel this need to be around you. So, and I don't think most men understand energy, so they might not be able to put it into words that they like actually being around you and just being around you is sort of like a healing presence to them, and they sort of feel very safe. So I do think you sort of inspire this motherly unconditional love in men, and I do think that often gets you in a very sticky situation, especially with men that are not very healed. Pile number two, that's also something I'm seeing over here. So, and the flame was just going off. So men have really tried to sort of diminish you because they couldn't handle your light, I would say. But it has only made you more beautiful. It has only made you more stronger, and it has only made you more attractive. So I'm seeing a lot of white. So, like I said, men do sort of see you in this sort of unachievable, it would be nice to be with you, but I'm not sort of ready to be the person I need to become in order to be with you. So, men do sort of put you on a pedestal, and you're sort of like a Barbie doll that they cannot buy. So, again, there is a lot of this ego since I used the word buy. So, I do think men in the past have even tried to buy your love, but it hasn't exactly worked, and they might have tried to even paint you in like a bad light, but I don't think that has worked because people can sense that you're an empress. People can sense that you're very, very balanced in who you are, and you know who you are, and the beauty radiating out of you is just a mere reflection on what is truly inside of you. So people can definitely sense the rich inner world that you are constantly cultivating for yourself. And people honestly want a part of that. People do want to feel invited into your inner world, but I don't see you inviting a lot of people there or anyone at all. So I think also a lot of men see you as very ambitious. So they don't really know if you would want to do the whole traditional housewife thing, but they definitely want that. They definitely sort of want to be a provider to you, even if you're good at providing for yourself, because there is a lot of ego over here. Again, I'm seeing a lot of ego, which I also saw in pile number one. So you might have come from pile number one, but I think it has been a very difficult lesson for you to understand that you're always sort of the bigger person, and you being feminine, it means you sort of have to lead the pack, and that means that you truly have to wear the pants in the relationship. And I think you just need to wait for the right person, because, and I'm not saying it's all going to be perfect even with the right person. It's going to take a little training, I would say, at their end to sort of get it right. But I do feel you have also sort of fulfilled yourself emotionally, and you have figured out a way to love yourself. So your heart doesn't feel as empty, and men can sense that. So again, it doesn't give men the chance to sort of manipulate you at all. Pile number two. I'm seeing a lot of yellow now, so men definitely see you to be extremely confident in who you are, and now I'm seeing the yellow sparkle. So men definitely see you shine. Men definitely want you because they do sort of see you shining, and that's not always a nice thing. So maybe it's a good thing you're not entertaining most people. Pile number two, I would say. But I do think soon you will have someone that is going to be very trustworthy for you. And my nose is itching, so we'll definitely take it as a confirmation. And I also feel that you will have a lot of psychic activations, and they're all going to be very spontaneous. So you will be able to problem solve even better than you have been able to do before, and you're just going to have more access to knowledge, so you're going to know better. Which means your actions also are going to be more calculated, and they need to be more calculated because a lot of things that are not clear to you, the clarity that you need is also going to come to you. And I also see an apology over here. So maybe someone from your past really wants to apologize. So you can always take the apology, right? Nothing harmful in that, but it's truly up to you if you want to entertain the person or not. I do feel you have a lot on your plate. You do have a lot of things that need your attention, and I do see this metaphorical garden over here. So you are planting a lot of seeds, and all of them need different nutrients. All of them need different ways to be taken care of, and I think that's where your attention is more right now. And I think the more you focus on that, I think the more you will fall in alignment with attracting the right person who is truly meant for you and who will truly love you the way you need to be loved. Yeah. I do see you're going to have a very important legacy in the future. You're going to be doing something very big. So I think you need someone who is going to be comfortable with you having your own career, you're doing your own thing. Even if you have like housewife dreams, pile number two, I feel there's something more written for you in your destiny than just that. And nothing wrong with just being the housewife, but I do feel you will be able to have it all, but you will also have your own career, and that itself is going to be like your legacy that you will be leaving behind. And men can often sense the greatness in you, even if they don't always understand what it is or where you will go, but they definitely see this bright light, and they definitely see that the light is only getting brighter and brighter, and it's only it's only a matter of time before you either go viral or you get the promotion you need. So you definitely have a lot of eyes on you and you're doing extremely well. So just keep doing amazing work, sweetie, I guess. So again, I would say there have been times when you really needed the support, you really felt like you needed the support, but I think you have realized that you're better off doing things on your own, and that has made you realize your potential even more. It has made you even more strong. It has also just helped you understand that you are often enough to take care of situations. And all of a sudden my voice is going off, so I do feel there's an emphasis over here on you speaking your truth here as well, and men see that you're not afraid of telling it how it is, and you don't really care about their ego. So men can even often see you as blunt and very harsh, but I think they also want you even more because you sort of have this feminine masculine balanced within you. Yeah. So just know that you're popping right now. You're definitely in a lot of people's eyes and you're shining very brightly. And if you're frustrated with being single right now, trust me, you're better off feeling frustrated being single than being with the wrong person. So, and I'm not saying everyone is the wrong person over here, but you need to be more discerning about who you choose to entertain by number two, because you need someone who's going to add to you instead of subtracting to you. So if you don't know how to gauge whether someone is good for you or not, I think that should sort of be your yardstick to measure. Yeah. So I think that was an important message for you. But I don't see any more problems. I only see you excelling even more. I see you doing even better for yourself than you already are. And yeah, you seem like this extremely fast sports car that every guy wants, but you're a little out of budget. What to do? Yeah, so I think that's all I'm seeing for pile number two. So again, it's a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, if you chose pile number three, this is a crystal ball reading on how do men see you. So just give me a minute and we'll get to channeling. Okay, pile number three, what I'm getting right away is men see you as very distracting. So you definitely have this eye candy feeling to you. You're extremely beautiful, and men love having around you. Men love being around you because you're extremely beautiful to look at. But again, it's sort of gets them into trouble into their own mind, especially if they're not single. So I do feel this is mostly men at work who are maybe really checking you out when you're working and being a little voyeuristic, honestly. So, and I do think you are extremely, extremely gorgeous. And I think you're just tired of hearing that. I think you're tired of being objectified, and you want you want someone to really love you for who you are, and not just because of how beautiful you are. And I do think in the past you have maybe attracted people who only wanted to be with you because of how beautiful you look. But nonetheless, and I do think with time you're only getting more attractive. And now I'm again seeing two flames. So I do think most of your relationships have failed because I do feel this pile particularly, you do have a high level twin flame soulmate connection. And this isn't even a love reading, but it's coming up. So I do think that has some relevance. So give yourself the time to maybe ease into the fact that a lot of y'all are singles, and it's okay to be that way than to maybe be with the wrong person. And yeah, the flame is going really crazy. So I think that there's some truth to it. And I think it's also a very deep karmic lesson you are learning over here, to really learn to love yourself, and not just to love yourself, but to love yourself in a very sustainable, consistent way. And let me tell you, it's not as easy as it sounds. And this also means that you're going to be giving yourself the tough love that you often need to get through things. And I do think once you sort of master this lesson within yourself, you will be able to attract in the right person who is truly just meant for you. Because I do feel you have someone like that who is truly, truly just meant for you. And but coming back to the reading on how do men see you as their crush. Men are definitely crushing really, really hard on you. And it would be an ego trip for a lot of men to have you, to be very, very honest. Men sort of feel that if they can bag you, then they can do anything. And I do think you might have given some mid ugly guys chance in the past that started behaving like you are the ugly one, but I think they learned their lesson very, very fast. So there is something about your dating history over here that I'm also seeing. And I don't feel this is your fault necessarily. I think you need to look more into your astrology and maybe blame your astrology a little, because I do think you do have some very difficult placements. I think you might have a difficult Venus placement or a difficult Saturn placement. So maybe that is, or you might have like an Algol conjunction. So definitely look into your astrology, because I think that will help you understand why you are attracting certain kind of people. And despite all of this, men still respect you. Men see that you are in a league of your own. And men can also see how much you have transformed and how you don't seem to be in a rush to want to be with anyone. And you sort of ooze out this energy of being truly complete and being truly complete within yourself, and being steadfast in that. And a lot of men might not even tell you this, but they find you very, very inspiring. And you often give them the sort of boost they need on like a bad day, or just that good energy you have. You sort of rub it off on people, and people always want more. So you might not always understand why do you have jealous friends. It's precisely because of this, because everyone sort of wants you, and you're sort of the coolest girl in the group. I think that's the best way I can say it. By number three, and who doesn't want to be with the coolest girl, right? Everyone. So you do have this sort of Miss Popular energy to you. And a lot of men just admire you and know they cannot be with you because they don't maybe feel good enough. Or you could either deal with those kind of men, or you could deal with the very extreme where you're dealing with a rat and they are blaming you for everything. So again, just I think I'm getting this over and over again because you need to understand that the worst is over and you won't be attracting the same kind of people. So don't keep yourself closed up when it comes to love. So that's a very specific message for someone. And I do think the more you continue to love yourself, and there is no limit to loving yourself, you can always love yourself a little more than you did yesterday. So the more you keep loving yourself, investing in yourself, I think that is also going to help you attract in the right person. And a lot of men see that you're doing something very important, so they don't always like to maybe interrupt you, or they often think you're going to message them, but that is never the case, is it? Pile number 3. So I do think your DMs are also very full, but I don't think that's where your mind is. I think you're more preoccupied with just your own stuff. And I think this is also going to be a very important time for you to maybe invest, whether it's your money, whether it's your resources, whether it's your energy, and you will be called to do new things, but just know that it is going to be very, very successful, whatever you choose to do over here. And I do feel you are a little stressed because my right shoulder is feeling very heavy all of a sudden. So I do sense a lot of stress that you have, but know that you are more than enough to take care of every problem coming at you, and you will be able to sort of rise to the top. So try to relax your mind, try to ground your energy more, go for a run, move your body on a daily basis. I think that will just help you feel healthy. Even if you are like a skinny legend, still move your body. I think that is also an important message over here, because you sort of have to give yourself that workout in the day where you're just sweating it out, where you're just sweating your body for 20 minutes. So I don't know again why I'm saying this. Maybe a lot of y'all do work out, and maybe a lot of y'all even post your workout pictures. So men definitely drool over that. Yeah. But men definitely see you as someone who is high in demand, who's also high maintenance, and most men don't always know if they can step up and claim you, or even try to claim you over here. So no, the right person won't feel this way, and you're better off waiting for the right person than just to be with anyone, right? Pile number 3. And definitely look at your astrology, because I am getting something about your astrological placements that are making it a little more karmic for you to be in love. And so it could even be some prominent 12th house placements that you really need to look at. But regardless, I do see you overcoming this and attracting in the right person. Yeah. So to sum it up again, I'm just seeing men really turning around and looking at you, men being dumbfounded and speechless, men making a fool of themselves just because they really feel like you are the one. And a lot of guys wish they could maybe start over with you, but it's really up to you to make that choice, I guess. Pile number 3. Yeah. And that's what I'm seeing. So again, this is a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot to have the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.